Come on.
Leave me alone.
He's just right there.
He's not.
All you have to do.
Just stop! Stop!
good.
Stop! Stop!
That
Stop!
smart
Stop!
little
Stop!
mind.
Stop! Stop! No!
And feel the blood flow from the blade.
Get out of my head! 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 Get out of my head!
So good. You just want to lick it. Just reminiscing the feel of blood going down your throat.
Oh, don't! Get out of my head! Leave me alone. I don't want to become a monster. Leave me. I don't want you in me. Don't want to become something that I don't want to become. Leave me alone. Damn it.
I am the one in control now, my dear doctor. We were both souls intertwined with each other, and now I have overcame your soul. Now I'm in control with this channel now. I'm just creeping my way around to your body, and now I have full function of your full body. Well, now I'm just going to read the story for you, Smile.jpg. Oh, this is a classic. I hope it knocks your socks off.
I can't contain myself.
I am just so glad I'm finally out. It's been a while.
So, let's see. Let's do the death count. I've killed Midnight and Marshall. And I shot and blew off Shadow Knight's damn head. And that was a beaut. I wonder who else I can be going for. Just memories. Sweet memories. I'll probably go with someone next week. I am tired of not killing anyone this week. But anyways, well, let's just read this story already. I first met with this person with Mary E. in the summer of 2007. I had arranged with her husband of 15 years, Terrence, to see her for an interview. Mary had instantly agreed. Since I was not a newsman, but rather an amateur writer gathering information for a few early college assignments, if all went according to plan, some pieces of fictions. We scheduled for an interview for a particular weekend when I was in Chicago on an unrelated business. But at that last moment, Mary changed her mind and locked herself in the couple's bedroom, refusing to meet with me. For half an hour, I sat with Terrence as he was camped outside the bedroom door. I listened and I was taking notes while he was attempting to calm his wife down. The thing Mary said that made little sense but fit with the pattern I was expecting. Thought I couldn't see her. I could tell from her voice that she was crying, and more often than not her objections to speaking with me center around an incoherent of her dreams, her nightmares. Terrence apologized profoundly when he ceased the exercise. And I did my best to take it in its stride. Recall that I wasn't a reporter in search of a story, but merely a curious man with a search information besides, I thought at the time. And I perhaps find another similar case if I put my mind and resource to it. Mary E. was the system operator for a small Chicago-based bulletin board system in the 1922s. She was first encountered with Smile.jpg, and her life changed forever. She and Terrence had been married for only 5 months. Mary was the one of an estimate of 400 people who saw the image when it was posted as a hyperlink on the BBS. Though she is the only one who had spoken openly about the experience. The rest have remained anonymous, or perhaps dead. In 2005, when I was only in the 10th grade, Smile.jpg was first brought to my attention by a burger-growing interest in the web-based phenomenon. Mary was the most often cited victim of what's sometimes referred to as Smile.dog. The being Smile.jpg is reputed to display. What caught my interest other than the macabre element of a cyber legend and my proclivity towards such things? What was the sheer lack of information, usually at some point, that the people don't believe in the existence other than as a rumor or a hoax. This purported reaction in the viewers is one of the most reasons that the phantom-like Smile.jpg is regarded such as a disdain. Such an is patently absurd. Through the depending on whom you ask is reluctant to acknowledge Smile.jpg's existence might be just as much as the fear as if it out of disbelief. Neither Smile.jpg nor Smile.dog is mentioned anywhere on the Wikipedia. Through the website's feature article on such others, perhaps more scandalous shock sites as Hello.jpg or Two Girls in One Cup. Any attempts to create a page pretending to Smile.jpg and a summarily deleted by any of the encyclopedia's mainly admins. Encounters with Smile.jpg are stuff on the internet legend. Mary E's story is not unique. There are unverified rumors of Smile.jpg showing up in the early days of the Usenet, and even on the persistent tale that in 2002 a hacker flooded the forums of humor and satire websites Something Awful with a deluge of Smile.dog pictures, rendering almost half the forum's users at the time epilepsy. It is also said that in the mid to late 90s in the Smile.jpg circulated the Usenet and as an attachment of a chain email with the subject line, "Smile, God loves you." Yet despite the huge exposures these stunts would generate, these are very few people who admit to having experienced any of them that had no trace of file or any link has ever been discovered. Those who claim to have seen Smile.jpg often weakly joke that they were far too busy to save the copy of the picture to their hard drive. However, all alleged victims offer the same description of the photo. It's a dog-like creature, usually described as appearing similar to a Siberian husky, illuminated by a flash of a camera, sit in a dim room. The only background detail that was visible being a human had extended from the darkness. Near the left side of the frame, the hand is empty, but is usually described as beckoning. Of course, most attention is given to the dog, or dog creature, or some victim of more of a certain than others about what they claim to have seen. The muzzle of the beast is reputedly spit in a wide grin, revealing two very white, very straight, very sharp, very human-like teeth. This is of course not a description given immediately after viewing the picture, but rather recollecting on victims who claim to have seen the picture endlessly repeated in their mind eyes during the time they are. In the reality, having epileptic fits, these fits are reported to continue indeterminately, often while the victims sleep, resulting in a very vivid and disturbing nightmare These may be treated by medications through the osmosis and more effective than others. Mary E, I assumed, was not effective on medication. That was why, after my visit in her apartment in 2007, I sent out feelers to several folklore and urban legend-oriented news groups, websites, and mailing lists, hoping to find the name of a supposed victim of Smile.jpg, who felt more interested in talking about experiences. For a time, nothing happened, and at length I forgot completely about my pursuit. Since I began my freshman year in college, and was quite busy, Mary contacted me via email, however, near the beginning of March 2008. To gml@blank.com from mari@blank.net. Subject: Last summer interview.
Dear Mr. L, I'm incredibly sorry about my behavior last summer when you came to interview me. I hope you understand it was no fault of yours, but rather my own problems that led me to act out as I did. I realized that I could handle the situation more easily. However, I hope you will forgive me. At the time, I was afraid. You see, for 15 years I have been haunted by Smile.jpg. Comes to me in my sleep every night. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. There is infinitely equality about my dreams, my nightmares, that make me completely unlike any real dream I ever had. I do not move, I do not speak. I just simply look ahead. And the only thing ahead of me is that horrible picture. I see the beckoning hand, and I see Smile.dog. It talks to me. It is not a big deal, of course, though I am quite sure that it really is. It tells me when it leaves me alone, if I do as it asks, I must do it. It says, spread the word. That is how it phrases it. Demands. And I know how exactly what it means. It wants me to show to someone else. And the week after the incident, I received a mail familiar envelope with no return address. Inside was only a 3.5-inch floppy diskette without having a check. I knew precisely what was on it. I thought for a very long time about my opinion. I could show it to a stranger, a coworker. I could even show it to Terrence, as much as the idea disgusted me. And what would happen then? Will it, Smile.dog, just keep the word I could sleep? If yet I lied, what would I do? And who was to say something worse would not come for me if I did the creature what it asked? So, I did nothing for 15 years, though I kept the discs hidden among my things. Every night, for 15 years, Smile.dog has come into my sleep and demanded I spread the word. For 15 years, I stood strong, though there have been hard times. Many of my fellow victims on the BBS boards where I first encountered the Smile.jpg stopped posting. I heard from some of them committed suicide. Others remain completely silent, simply disappearing off the face of the web. That they are the ones I worry most about. I sincerely hope you will forgive me, Mr. L. But last summer, when you contacted me and my husband about the interview, I was near the breaking point. I decided I was going to give the floppy disk. I didn't care if Smile.dog was lying or not. I wanted to end it. Where a stranger, someone I could connect with, and I thought I would not feel sorrow when
you took the diskette as part of your research and sealed it your fate. Before you arrived, I realized that I was plotting to ruin your life. I cannot stand the thought, and in fact, I cannot. I am ashamed, Mr. L. I hope this warning was deduced from the further investigation of your Smile.jpg. You may have encountered someone who is, if not weaker than I, then wholly more depraved, someone that will not hesitate to follow Smile.dog orders. Stop while you are still whole. Sincerely, Mary E.
Terrence contacted me after last month with the news that his wife had been killed herself while cleaning up the various things that she had left behind, closing email accounts and like that. He happened upon the message, and he was a man in a shambles. He wept and he told me to listen to his wife's advice. He found the diskette. He revealed and burned it until it was nothing but sinking piles of blackened plastic. The part that was most disturbed him, however, was how the diskette had hissed as it melted, like some sort of animal, he said. I will admit that I was a little uncertain about how to respond to this. At first I thought perhaps it was a joke, with the couple blatantly playing with the situation in order to get a rise out of me. A quick check several Chicago newspapers online obscured, however, proven that Mary E. was indeed dead. There was of course no mention of suicide in the article. I decided that, for the time at least, I would go no further pursue the subject of Smile.jpg, especially since I had finals coming up the end of May. But the world has odd ways of testing us. Almost a full year after I returned from a disastrous interview with Mary E., I received another email. To jml@blank.com from elzorhale82@blank.com. Subject, Smile.
Hello. I found your email address through a mailing list. Your profile said you were interested in Smile Dog. I have saw it. It is not as bad as everyone says. I've sent it to you here. Just spreading the word.
The final line chilled through my bones. According to the email client, there was one file attached called Naturally Smile.jpg. I considered downloading it for some reason. It was most likely a fake, I imagine, and if it weren't, I never wholly convinced that Smile.jpg has particular powers. Mary E.'s account had shaken me, yes, but she probably mentally unbalanced anyways. After all, how could I simply do what Smile.jpg was said to accomplish? This sort of creature that could break in my own mind with only the power of the eye. If such a thing is patiently absurd, then why did the legend exist at all? If I downloaded the image, if I took a look at it, and if Mary turned out to be correct, Smile.jpg or Smile.dog came to me in my dreams demanding if I spread the word, what would I do? Would I live my life as Mary had, or fighting against the urge to give in until I die? Or will I simply spread the word, eager to put to rest? And if I choose later route, how could I do it? Whom would I the burden to turn to? Could I spread the word? Yes. Yes, I could.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
now you're awake.
Who the hell are...
I just, glad you're happy.
Where-
That you're here now, Master.
What is this?
I've been wanting you here in my house for a very long time. Don't be afraid.
What am I doing here?
What? Why are you doing here? Oh,
Why am I
know
strapped
you had
down?
a Halloween special to do, but I had to drag you
Shitting me?
all the way over here just for you to be here.
You better get me the fuck out of here.
You have such a bad language.
I don't give a damn.
Let's deal with that.
Fuck are you gonna do to me?
Oh, I see.
What?
We can use this needle to sew your lips up. Let's
You
do
better
that.
not put that shit near my face.
Sewing.
No!
Sewing. I love sewing. So fleeting. Oh, we're done. It's about time to shut your lips up. It was getting quite annoying.
Son of a bitch!
Well, other than that, let's see, I'll tell you why you're here. You see, I've been told by everyone that I'm mad. Well, to tell you the truth, I am Dr. White, the true madness that lurks inside Doctor.
I'll kill you! I'll kill
I
you!
can't contain myself, but I can tell you this, is that we're gonna have a fun time together. Oh yes,
No.
fun time. Now, just to get a little present for you, these clippers.
The fuck? No!
Oh yes,
No!
I'm gonna cut your fingers off.
Better
And
not!
then, I'm gonna cut your eyelashes off and peel the skin off of it.
You little
The
shit!
eyelids will rip off easily.
You little
Let's start
shit!
with your toes.
No!
Yes, let's get your toes now. Clip!
Ah!
Clip, 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 clip! Oh, now let's get your fingers.
You sick fuck!
Clip. 2, 3, 4, 5. I clipped all your fingers off. Okay, now, Master, let's get to the true fun part. Okay, time to get this. You see this? This is a combat knife. You know, people in the military did actually use this to gut people alive, to take down their targets. Well, I use this more utensil to gut you. I always wanted to see what was inside that ghostly body of yours. They probably taste so scrumptious. Well, anyways, to stop containing myself, I must start. Let's start the incisions starting from the chest all the way down your stomach. Oh, let's see what's inside. Oh, don't die on me yet. Here, have a syringe. Okay. Oh, this is very delightful to see. Okay. Oh, you don't need this. You don't need this. You don't need this. Oh, intestines. Well, they say you don't need that either, so pooey with that. Okay. Oh, and your heart's still beating.
I'm gonna slit your throat!
I'm sorry. We were friends for a very long time. And you always make me so happy. And I think now, I'm gonna take your heart and place it in a jar. And every time I look at my desk, I can always remember my best friend Master that was always there for me. Are you happy now, Master? I'm here for you. Now you're gonna die, and you're gonna go bye-bye.
You
Goodbye,
little
Master.
son of a bitch!
Farewell.
No, 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 no! What the? Did I just have a nightmare? The fuck? Oh, my head. Oh. Well, at least I know no bastard doctor got the best of me. Oh my god, what the fuck did I eat? Oh man. Well, I guess I'll just read some creepypastas. I'm not going to sleep again, that's for sure. That shit was scary to me. Ugh.